Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Bloody Trapland by 2Play Studios, a really fun and kind of hardcore action platformer, well, you know, basically just a platformer. Feels like, to me, kind of a fusion of Super Mario World, Cloudberry Kingdom, Super Mario Brothers, and Super Meat Boy, all that super rolled into one. And just a couple of minutes that I've spent with it, I'm already kind of addicted to it, and I think I'm probably going to play like a whole bunch of this on this episode, so hopefully you guys are cool with that. It's a difficult game, from what I can tell. You got to have a little bit of that propensity in you to want to play, you know, tough games that punish you a little bit. And it's also got a little bit of excessive blood, as you might have been able to pick up on by the title being covered in blood, and also have the word blood in it, Bloody Trapland. It's right there. So this game is actually available right now on Desura, and there's also a demo, but it is also coming to Steam. It has been greenlit successfully, and I think probably rightfully so from the little bit I've seen. Also, pretty good soundtrack from what I can tell. The first title loop is quite addictive, and I've had it playing in my head and been harmonizing with it and stuff as I try to get my sound check. So let's do a local game. There's local and online. I think it ends up playing a little bit like Bump and Jump, if that's something you guys might remember. I think that's what it was called anyway. The thing where the rabbits kill each other and shoot blood everywhere. Also reminds me a little bit of Liero, that, you know, action-based Worms game where everything explodes into blood. There's a lot of old-school, like, pixelated blood games for whatever reason. So we're going to do Adventure. I recognize there are many different options here. These are our character selections. I think I'll be the blue guy, actually, because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Total Biscuit. So let's start out with that. We'll start at the very beginning. World 1-1, first step, so it's got a little bit of like a Super Mario World or Super Mario 3-esque world map, and there are a couple of secret hidden paths that seem to diverge, and I'm not sure quite how to get to them, but maybe with a little bit of skill and luck, we might happen to find or run into one of those, hopefully. So, standard platformer controls. You know, I'm using the 360 controller, so really nothing particularly compelling to report on here. We're moving with the analog stick or the D-pad, jumping with the A button. I think that's about all there is to learn. There is a... Oh, wow, okay. Well, I wanted to demonstrate it, but not exactly like that. There is a double jump, but it seems to activate only after you've fallen a certain distance, so you can't just, like, double jump in the air all the time. Something to keep in mind, and they show you right here, so, yeah, just wait, and then you can jump at the bottom of that. It's nice. The tutorialization doesn't seem excessive or anything. Just a couple little things at the beginning. And, you know, you're rewarded in a bizarre, sort of morbid way when you make mistakes with covering the landscape and the obstacles in piles of blood. So, let's just, like, go past that now. So these, the fist things, they should trigger right before you actually walk under them, and then you just walk under them and you don't get crushed. So, entrance to the cave. Let's make our way across. I mean, I'm looking at this, you know, it looks so simplistic. The pixel art, it's fairly basic. It's not really the most robust in terms of the art department, but I actually don't really find it all that bad. I think it works pretty well. Like I said, it reminds me a little bit of Super Mario World, which is totally fine with me. Maybe a little bit of like a almost pseudo 8-bit version of Mario World, if that makes any sense. And again, also sort of reminds me a little bit of Cloudberry Kingdom as well, but maybe not for the same reasons graphically. I forgot to mention you can also duck, so kind of a good thing to know. I tried to bait that fist into coming down and stomping on me, but it didn't quite work, and I just ended up underneath the thing. So let's see if I can stand in the right spot there. Perfect. And we'll just fall off the bottom of the screen. It looked like there was some other stuff going on here, but maybe we'll find out about that later. Is this... Oh, we got secrets over on the left. I was wondering why that's going on. We can fall into the lava. There's all sorts of different ways to explode and die in this game, which is pretty exciting, I suppose, if you're into that. I do like a good diverse number of traps. Man, I'm really leaving quite an imprint on that space above there. How do I cross this, actually? I keep trying to, like, pull the thing out, but it doesn't really want to cooperate. Come on, now. I know you're right there. Oh, and I'll just walk into the lava, I guess. I'm pretty sure that little gap where the grass isn't is a secret. Maybe I can just... Oh, I could just jump over it. It just doesn't want to attack me anymore. That's fine. So I guess we found a secret world. Let's tap to jump lightly over this. Okay, I didn't tap quite lightly enough. I guess that is also a thing, so the harder you press the pressure-sensitive jump button, the higher you'll go. So let's try and tap. There we go. As lightly as humanly possible. I don't think these platforms are going to break or anything, so I should be good to go here. There we go. I'm going to... Oh, cajole that into falling, but then I thought the bullet falling on my head was going to kill me. It did not. So let's try that one more time, and then we'll go over top. And do that again. Hey, we made it out. So that was a substantially harder level than the ones prior, but hopefully that should lead us to finding some new areas or something. So how do I do this? I guess I have to... Can I double jump? Okay, it's as long as you're starting to fall, you can double jump. That's the thing I wasn't picking up on. If you're accelerating vertically, you're not going to get anything done in that respect. That's some nice little subtle particle effects up on top there. And I should mention the blood also looks substantially better than a lot of the other art, just since the particle effects seem somewhat granular. And there we go. So, you know, things are still early yet, but I feel like there's a good degree of challenge awaiting us. We found some fresh air. Should be able to curve around that just fine. And continue to the right. And I think we've just sort of made our way through this alternate path, which was made up of 2 levels. And we will see that reflected on the world map. I'm not sure if there's any... Oh, there are spikes there. I didn't know. So it's got a little bit of that, like, Cat Mario or, like, I want to be the guy element, where sometimes traps might just pop up out of nowhere. It seems like that's not a recurring theme, though. I mean, if I waited, I could have seen that that was there, and I'll just, I guess, run into that spike trap for some reason. But yeah, I was a little impatient, decided to go faster than I should have, and I paid the price. So let's, instead of jumping here, let's fall. And it looks like only the right one has spikes on it, so we're good. Okay, so we're going to watch for spikes now. Can I make my way up here? No. Okay. I figured that I could trick the system, but I can't actually double jump very high. As you can tell, that little puff of air is not enough to carry you very far. So a little tap should get me over that. Did not quite work out that way, though. Nope, did it again. Still having a little bit of a struggle where I'm learning the exact amounts that you can do these certain jumps to get clearance. This is a thing where, you know, over time, you just start to figure it out and it just starts to feel natural. Okay, I guess I can stand over here. I was a little worried I was about to doom myself there. Okay, so far so good. We've got a saw blade moving up and down. And, you know, it's weird, but these sorts of things, these, parsing these bizarre combinations of traps, it just brings back this, like, Super Meat Boy nostalgia feeling that I just don't really have too much anymore because I've done, like, everything there is to do in Super Meat Boy. So now having another game that sort of functions like an outlet for that feeling is somewhat gratifying in a weird way. So, I mean, maybe some of you out there who played some Meat Boy know what I'm talking about. But there's a very particular feeling that you get when you feel accomplished by figuring out a Meat Boy level, and this feels like it channels that pretty well. I mean, yeah, the controls might not be quite as fast and responsive, but they aren't bad either. They do get the job done pretty well. Oh, come on, I just bumped into the ceiling there. It's a little stupid. I'm not sure if we're doing time trials at all, or if that's even an element. But I wonder, though, like, speedrunning this could be quite interesting as well, and that might be a thing that if I get, you know, particularly good at it for some reason, maybe I'd want to go back and try that a little bit. I mean, right now I'm just getting a handle on exactly how to handle, you know, basic jumps, but... Oh, come on, I bumped into the ceiling again. I kind of wish I could drop down through this platform, but it doesn't appear that that can happen. So I guess we'll use this one level to demonstrate just how bloody and awful we can make one of these levels look. Although I'm sure when you get co-op involved and multiple people are all smashing into each other and throwing each other into traps, that's going to lend itself to some pretty chaotic and very bloody fun. I mean, if you find that fun, which I do in this case. So let's not hit the ceiling this time. Let's do little tiny tap jumps. This is, I think the smallest I can tap is like this, but to do that requires you to barely touch the button, which might be more than I can handle. Alright, now don't jump up into these things. Let's go over here. Wait it out. I should be safe in this corner, and we're good. I guess you could have maybe gone over the top if you're, like, particularly good at it somehow. I'm not really sure how. And we've got a fireball here and a mysterious door at the top, which I'm wondering how I can use or do anything with. These flails that seem to be spinning over top of everything, they're reminding me a lot of, like, the circular saws in Meat Boy. And, of course, those, the textures on those blocks, also very, Super Mario World, as well as actually the background textures in pretty much all cases here, especially the one on the right. Definitely is a Mario World reference, which is fine with me. That was awfully close. I can't believe I didn't die there. And there are spikes in the floor, which I want to try and trap or trigger out. And it looks like I might have reached the end of the first world. Is that where we're at now? This is my first time getting here, so I don't know how this all goes. As they traveled through the plains... They came upon a tall mountain pass. So I guess that was the transition in tiles from the grassland to the mountain. Many adventurers had braved its cliffs I guess will be more. Not as many live to tell the tale. Probably very few of them, in fact, if the last few levels were any indication. Unless they have the magical respawn and keep throwing their bodies at all these situations, thing that we seem to have. Over the hills and through the woods to Bloody Trapland we go. So this is going to shoot some cannonballs, I believe, as soon as I jump over there. This is actually a pretty tight jump. I'm going to actually have to land in the center of those two spike ball configurations and not... Oh, and then immediately duck. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I didn't immediately duck. I knew to, though. I wasn't sure if I was going to live on that one. Okay, so now, how do I handle this? As soon as I start to fall, I need to jump again. There we go. So I can use the double jump sort of like as a traditional double jump, just you have to be really on top of the timing. Like the exact second you lose acceleration, that's when you need to be on that jump button. And that's what this is teaching us at this point. So I would say, you know, pretty good tutorialization if that's what is going on, and I believe it is. Okay, here we go. Oh, I didn't go left again. I actually just ducked for some reason. That's probably, I would blame the 360 D-pad. Also, I thought that was a jump pad for a second, so I just fell. Alright, let's do this properly this time. Do I want to stay a little further away, maybe? Because I keep running into that spike at the top. Yeah, I'm not sure how to quite do this. Maybe I need to be further away and then arc myself a little bit better. Not really putting too much of a display of what I thought would be decent platforming skills. So far, a lot of failures. I won't be too shy to say. Let's go all the way back pretty much as far as we can, and then we'll... No, okay, I actually want to just fall a little more before I double jump again. Before I dump, yeah. Well, dump all the blood all over the screen, I guess. Nope. I'll get it. The part at the beginning felt like it was too hard. Now, you know, not so bad. I mean, this is the same exact progression that we've had with Meat Boy levels, so it's not like this is a surprise. It works. This concept is very gratifying for everyone involved. As long as you have the patience to deal with games like that. Okay, that's what I need to do, just a little bit closer to that other spike. Oh, jeez, I did it again. Level's certainly getting pretty gross. Hopefully somebody's going to clean this up. We'll get the Desura cleanup crew guys over here. Alright, that's how we do it. Okay, good. Now, that was level 1. That's probably going to shoot spikes at me. Oh, there's a laser beam there. That's kind of terrifying. I'll just keep running and hope for the best. It's going to shoot bullets at me, apparently. Okay, well, now I know what to expect. How do I handle dealing... and this face just, like, doesn't do anything? I thought this was going to be a trap. How do I handle getting through that spike area? I guess I'll just see what happens. I could just wait until I start to fall, right? Or can I, like, duck under it somehow? Is there another element? No, I can just go over it. Okay. I overthought that one a little bit. I assume that would probably crush me if I stood underneath, so I just didn't want to get involved. That is a pretty scary death saw, full of more death saws, it looks like. We're going to have bullets also shooting at us the whole time from both directions, so that's something else to keep in mind. Let's wait for that one, jump over that one. I wanted to trigger that fist to stomp, but it didn't quite do it. Okay, you gotta be right on top of it, and then I gotta keep remembering to duck. We're already in a stage where probably way harder than what was going on in Meat Boy at this point. Which is fine, because I welcome the challenge. There are not a whole lot of games that I find feel both satisfying to complete, as this one seems to, and also provides a sufficient difficulty for those of us who are fairly well-versed in platformers and have been playing them for years and years. Oh, the fist can stop the bullet. I didn't know that. I've learned a new thing today. Okay, no. The timing here is a little bit tricky, because we're waiting on 3 different things to happen at the same time. Alright, that'll work. Now just make sure I keep jumping at the right moment. Now they're going to cross in parallel, which is going to make this very difficult. Okay, like, no, right into the bullet. Yeah, difficulty curve definitely not as nuanced as the Super Meat Boy one, but still, I don't think it's that bad. I think this is definitely doable. It's just going to take a few practice runs. Nope. Alright, let's try it again. Block the bullet that time. See, I've already made it past the one impediment I was having trouble with before. And now we've made it a little further. I need to get past all of this. I thought it was going down for some reason. So I waited too long. I was waiting for the timing on that spinning saw blade of death to go by, and that did not work. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Wait for it. Nope, that was not the right moment. Definitely tough that it's coming from both directions at the same time, and we're still just getting acclimated. I should have probably used the fist to get a little bit of a bonus in trying to figure out the timing there. When do I want to jump over this thing? Like now? No, I've fallen and I can't get back up. Okay. Probably want to do that while it is up, not down, depending on where the bullets end up, and that is not right either. I mean, I could also fall into the pit and do like a V-shaped platforming pattern. That might be good as well, because I think I should be able to jump up through the bottom of those platforms if the ones that I'm starting at are any indication. I'm pretty sure that's what they're trying to demonstrate to me anyway, in a pretty subtle fashion. Nope, I did it again. Okay, now I'm falling backward. Man, this is only the second world. How hard is this gonna get? Eager to know. I mean, this is already, like, what would I put this to in terms of, like, Meat Boy difficulty? Probably, like, low-end Rapture? I don't know. There aren't usually this many things going on at the same time, so that's really the thing that's probably messing with me the most. There we go. Alright, so let's wait for this to go... Oh, I had it planned that time, but it didn't work out. Okay, use the fist thing for the one... Jump over, jump, duck, oh, didn't work. Alright, we'll do this a few more times. Oh, I can stand on top of the fist! I didn't know that. Alright, this changes everything. If I can stand on top of the fist, then this whole thing becomes way easier. I thought the fist was instant death, and also I couldn't double jump there for some reason, I'm not sure why. Okay, well I botched that already. I'll try and stand on top of the fist again. There we go. Oh, it's probably because I jumped instead of fell, and just forgot to duck there. That's kind of important, you gotta duck when the thing's about to kill you. Okay. No! I will get this. I'm definitely capable of this. It's not that bad. I just need to get the timing right. No, I jumped again. I meant to just fall. This looks so easy, too. Like, I can see it in my head what's supposed to happen, and then it's just all about executing it. Which is fine. I mean, that's a good way to do a challenge. And it's probably better to do it this way than some of the other options. Yeah, this level is bathed in blood. Or, why don't we just... Oh, I made it through, but I died at the last second. Still got it. Okay, well, the level says still got it, so I've still got it, apparently. It's conveyor belts now, and we're adding all sorts of new elements all of a sudden. Oh, God, I thought there was a platform I could fall down on there. Okay, well, it's fine. We had an okay run there anyway. I need to land on that jump platform. This is definitely getting much harder, much faster. What is the point of being able to go back up there, I wonder? Because there's platforms leading back up to the top area, and I'm not sure why you would want to ever be there at all. Whatever. I'm over it. Can't, like, go down through them, no. Wow, look at the hitbox here. I'm actually totally intersecting with those spikes. There we go. Oh, wow. Did I... Oh, I didn't... I thought I actually stood on top of the saw blade. That was actually just me ducking, and there's like a frame for a couple of moments where you're actually... Okay, I get what I'm supposed to do. It looks like you're actually just stuck in the air, but it's just that you double jumped and it hasn't like switched over the acceleration yet. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is going to be tough to execute as well, because there's a series of jumps now that I need to make, all in sequence and all quickly. Okay, I do at least have a moment to catch my breath if I run my character into that jump pad. The level design, it's pretty devious. It's not quite as fluid in some ways as like Super Meat Boy is, and it doesn't quite look as nice, but it does look okay. There are actually light rays and such, which I don't know if you've even noticed. Little touches like that go a long way, as well as little decals, having the rain come out, having all of the splashing effects on the ground and such. The fact that the rain is only coming in through the channels where the ceiling is open, I think that's a pretty nice touch as well. I wonder how they built that, if it was like an entity or they like hand put the regions that the rain comes in. I don't know, it's probably really not very relevant, but something I'm curious about anyway, since I've done so much editing work in Super Meat Boy. A little embarrassed too that I keep messing up the double jump, even though I do understand how it works. I'm just like not executing it ever the way I want to. Oh, okay, so it's probably that there's 2 branching paths in this level, so if I went up and to the right, that's probably a secret level or the path to the next area. Or I can go left at the top left, and that's the way to the traditional next area, given that there is a sign. So I want to wait for this to be at the right moment, probably as soon as it's over my head, going left, and then jump. Okay, well I wanted to duck there. I tried to duck, I didn't quite pull it off. Give it a couple more goes, and maybe we should wrap up the episode at that point. Oh, geez, I made it. Okay. Beautiful. So that was the exact time I was about to give up anyway. So we were at 2-5 Rooms of Emptiness, and I think I will just do a few runs of this as I close out the episode. So yeah, Bloody Trapland, definitely recommended. I'm having a blast playing this. If you couldn't tell, I mean, yeah, it got a little frustrating there for a moment or two, but this is my thing. I am totally into games like this. I will play all of them, and hopefully I will get better at it. I'm pretty sure I will get better at it. I mean, it's just, this is my first time playing it with any, you know, in any meaningful way. I mean, I spent 1 minute before the episode started trying to get my sound check, and it was, you know, surprisingly fun. So give it a try. There's a demo available. It should be coming to Steam, and you can get it on Desura right now as well. Links are going to be in the description for this, so if you want to go check it out, I recommend it. See if you could do some multiplayer or something. That would be kind of fun. I haven't really looked into doing that yet, but it's something that I'd be interested in doing perhaps in the future. Oh, geez. The fist came out of nowhere. I was expecting there to be another trap on the left in that little alcove. Okay, we've got bullets here that I've got to jump. Oh, that's tough. I thought I had more room. Okay, so the one thing, I know I just said we were closing out, but like I have to point out that this is frustrating, the way that the jump catches on the roof like that. It stops you from moving fluidly. It should just sort of slide you along it, if anything, and not really interrupt your trajectory in the jump, I feel. If you feel differently, then, you know, it's everybody's opinion. This is not an objective thing. But I find that to be pretty frustrating, especially if I have a planned out trajectory, and really all that should be happening is it should be limiting my vertical, not my horizontal, you know? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's going to do it for Bloody Trapland, guys. Go check it out. Go give it a try. Play some of it, see what you think, as long as you don't mind, you know, all the bloodiness, but hopefully you are, you know, someone who didn't mind because you stuck through the whole video anyway. And there I go again, splattering all over everything. So with that, check out the description as well for social media links, stuff like my Facebook, my Twitter, my Twitch, all that stuff is available in there. Oh man, I just jumped right into that fist. And of course, indie-impressions.com is a place you can go where I store all of the episodes from the series. Over 550 other indie games you can check out if you'd like. So plenty more games to find. Go give it a try, see what you think. And hopefully you'll come back again tomorrow for a new episode, as I do a new one every single day. We haven't missed a day yet, still, somehow, by some extreme chance. I'm not sure. And this will be really funny because if given a series of sequence of events that is happening outside of my control, if this is the episode that turns out to be the one that misses a day. But anyway, I will catch you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a lovely night. So thanks for being here. Later.